Hey guys, I just wanted to give you guys an update on what we've been doing around the house. Hasn't been a whole lot going on just because we've been kind of busy with work and everything, but you take what you can get. Um, in the meantime, we've been working on getting the electrical up and going as well as the gas. So first thing first was that we had to get power to the house. Called the power company and they required us to do a little bit of upgrading on the service side of things. So I put a new meter base on it, on the house, and that was pretty well enough as far as that goes. They came out, hooked our fuse links up at the pole, and put a meter in, and that gave us power to the inside at our meter box, or at our breaker box. Um, Aside from that, kind of what we've been doing is going through circuit by circuit and trying to make sure, well, one, that there's not any shorts or any kind of faults in any of the circuits, but as well as going through everything and seeing what's going to need to be updated, because it is such an old house that it's probably got a little bit of just about every era of electrical engineering and design in it. Thankfully, we haven't found any knob and tube or anything like that, but there is a lot of the old fabric, fabric covered wire uh, without ground or anything like that, and a lot of that we're going to have to pull out and update. Um, I'll take you guys in here in just a minute and show you what I'm talking about. But we're kind of pulling the face off of, pulling all the plates and outlets and switches and everything out and trying to get an idea of what we're working with. But pretty well as for now, we are pretty much planning on having to rewire a solid 75% of the house. So yeah, with it being old construction, that's going to involve a lot of wire pulling, drywall work. Really, that's the drywall work is the only thing I'm really not looking forward to. But can't say that it's my favorite thing to do, but it's part of it. So uh, I'll take you guys in now and show you guys what we have going on in there. So yeah, let's go. So here we are at our breaker box. And going through this, really, first glance, everything doesn't look too bad. There's only a couple of spots where we see the old fabric wire. Um, that's not a great sign, but it can be worked with and just kind of a little bit of work to pull everything out and redo it. Um, but it looks like a lot of it, at least as far as what's in here, so the beginnings of a lot of the circuits have been updated, and it's possible that they did that when they upgraded the breaker box. But the biggest part of the work is going to be in the later parts of the circuits and the larger circuits in the house. For example, the upstairs is all on the same circuit. So that's going to have to be, not only is it all on the same circuit, it's all the old fabric wire. So all of that's going to have to be redone and broken up quite a bit. There's like 30 outlets up there that are all on the same breaker. So that's way more than what a 20 amp breaker can handle. So we're going to be doing that, and then we're having issues with some of the other stuff. Some of the other rooms, like the family or the den, the master bedroom, the dining room, outlets and lights and everything are all on the same circuits as well. That's all on the same exact circuit. So that's going to have to be broken up, and a lot of that is still the old fabric style wire, fabric covered wire. So we're going to have to redo all of that as well. But it's kind of expected when you go into a house this old, so it's not that big of a deal. You know, you come in something like this, you can't help but have a little bit of hope that it's already been done by somebody in the past, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. Thankfully, I do that for a living, so it's not too bad. I don't have to pay anybody else to do it, so I'm going to save a little bit of money there. So if we continue walking through the house, I'll kind of show you what I mean in terms of like, you know, we're basically pulling everything apart, and you know, I mean, every switch, basically every outlet is everything pulled off, which this is actually the first outlet in this room, and separated that part of the circuit from everything else. There was a short in this room, so the den, the dining room, and the master bedroom. There was a short somewhere in that, and we were trying to locate it, as well as, like, this is the kitchen light, so for that guy up there, and we have absolutely no idea what circuit that's on. So have to do a little bit of locating there, and might have to pull new wire, so that's okay. Again, part of it, so just kind of running through everything. Outlet switch, that's a 3-way switch, so the other side of that is right there, and then a little chandelier in the dining room. Let me see here. The living room circuits seem to be all good. We're gonna have to pull all the covers off to see what they're like, and just make sure that it is updated wiring. What's coming out of the breaker panel is good, so got a ground and everything ran with it, so that I'm thankful for. The other thing that we've been working on, oh, sorry about our lighting there. The other thing that we've been working on, let me walk over here by a window, is trying to get the gas up and going. So I spoke with a buddy of mine that works for the gas company, and he kind of told me what I needed to do, because the gas had been turned off for so long that we had to run a pressure test. So I had to go buy a valve from our hardware store and hook it up over here outside next to the gas meter, and turn gas from the meter off, and then put 30 pounds of pressure on the line. And the idea there is that it has to hold 30 pounds of pressure and hold that for 3 hours, or maintain that pressure for 3 hours, to show them that there are no leaks in the lines. So yeah, here's a clip of me working on that now. So yeah, here we go. All right, so we got all that together. Had to put pressure on it, see if it leaks, and if it doesn't, we're gonna pressurize it up to 30 pounds and set a timer for 3 hours and see how it does. So we'll see. All right, so and what we gathered from that test there is that we do have a leak somewhere in our gas line. Our gas line's in the house. I actually had my buddy come out today, and he helped me take a look at everything and told me kind of where to start in terms of looking for the leaks. He said, so we went and looked at everything. Most of it's black iron pipe, and that's a good thing. That's kind of what they like to see, black iron pipe. And there's a new yellow flexible line that is, it's kind of a new thing that people are using now, but it's rated to be used and stuff like that. But this house is old enough, and the stuff was installed long enough ago, that most of it's black iron pipe. We do have a little bit of older copper lines, and he said that that is normally where, if you have a leak in your lines, it's normally going to come from there, from an old copper line like that, or a leaky valve or something like that. And actually, the copper line is thankfully fairly accessible. It actually comes out of the fireplace box here and feeds out of the side of it, and then you can access it through the vent. Here, I'll show you here, through the side vent. And so right there, and that feeds down into the floor, so I'm gonna have to, he recommended just going ahead and replacing that, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to crawl down in the crawl space, and I know I've got black iron pipe running in this direction. I'm gonna have to crawl over into this area of the house and see where the black iron pipe stops and the copper line starts. That's not too big of a deal, but you're gonna have to pull that all apart. He said if it's not too far of a run, just to go ahead with black iron pipe is what he would recommend. But otherwise, we can go in with the yellow stuff. It's ready to be used for those purposes. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. I just don't know when. So that might be, you know, a few weeks from now. It might be a few months. I'm not sure, but you guys should stick around, and you know, maybe you'll see. So as far as that goes, that's pretty much what we've done. We're going to continue working our way through the electrical. It's going to be a process, and it's going to take a while. So a fair bit of, you know, the content here is probably going to be a little, you know, quite a bit of electrical work, quite a bit of rewiring, going to be a little bit of HVAC work, trying to get the air up and going. I'm not too worried about it where it's cold. You know, it's, let me look at the thermostat. When I looked at it earlier, it was like 35 degrees in here. That's not a big deal to me. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate to have to work in the cold, but yeah, it's showing 39 right here. But unfortunately, I have to work in the cold, but it's not that big of a deal for the home itself. What I'm worried about more so than anything is when summer comes around, I want to be able to cool this house so that we don't have to worry about moisture, get some airflow, and so I don't have to worry about mold at all. There's a little bit of mold in the house already, but we had an inspector come out, and he said it wasn't anything that's anything we need to worry about. Surface mold, we just need to clean it off, and mostly around our vents. So we're probably going to have a professional company come out and clean our ductwork and everything after I get the repairs made. And then I will more than likely, I've been looking into it, I'm going to buy a fog machine and run our fans and run an anti-fungicide through the ductwork to try and kill any mold that maybe they miss. So yeah, so appreciate you guys coming along for the ride here, and it was good seeing you. If you like this type of content, give the video a like, and if you want to follow along, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time.